in your head you had this fantasy of like, I would love to come and visit you. And for me, it was especially fantastical because I had never even gone to Canada. I had barely been onto the state of Ohio, a couple trips here and there, but it's always like, oh yeah, we'll do that. Then you get talking, and Maggie happened to be studying in Switzerland, and it was just sort of, oh well, if and when we were able to come over, like maybe because travel's very easy in Europe, you can kind of hop on a train, be in a different country in a couple hours. Oh, like we go all these places, and why don't we do Paris for New Year's? That would be insane. So we're talking about all this, and then finally I kind of realized, I think I was sort of sitting around staring at my bank account, wishing it was larger, but being like, you know what, you only live once, I guess. Why not just buy that ticket? So we started throwing around dates. Our friend Camille found out that she was going to be studying in Italy for a semester, and that in between time between the first semester ending and the next semester beginning, she thought, hey, I could probably pretty easily right after Christmas, shoot on over there with you, and the three of us can just tear up Europe. And so kind of fantasy was starting to become reality. But of course, the most real aspect of going abroad or planning a trip is booking that ticket and seeing your bank account dramatically decrease in the blink of an eye. So I remember very vividly, I was sitting in Rocket Hall in between classes at the University of Toledo, and what else would I be doing? Certainly not homework or studying, but calling AAA to book my European adventure flight, which of course it was a very surreal moment for me. I'm sure a lot of people are a lot more cultured than I am, but it was not something that I was used to, and for sure was the largest purchase I was ever going to make up until that point. And so I'm sitting in Rocket Hall. I make the call. Right as I hang up the phone with the travel agent, I literally giddily get up, realize that I'm in public, and instead of shouting, just kind of do a happy dance. So excited. 5 minutes later, my bank calls me asking me about suspicious activity on my card. And I said, no, I was all too happy to tell them that I had just purchased a flight to Europe. And this is all, going about, and everything's great. I'm so excited. Plans are formulating. Probably about a week later, my laptop absolutely just crashes and burns. It had no problems before this. I'm sobbing to my mother, telling her anytime I ever want to do anything, something has to happen. And I was, this is some type of karma. I can't go and go on this wonderful trip and be unscathed, the bank account. So anyway, this goes on. Plans continue to form. I'm very, very excited as we're reaching, nearing the date that we're going to leave. And then it sort of dawns on me that besides your airplane ticket, you have to pay for hostels, and you pay for food when you go places, because you don't stop eating when you go on trips. And there's maybe a memento that you want to bring back. So I'm slowly realizing it's not just this large purchase of a plane ticket, but there's other expenses involved. So I'm kind of getting increasingly more nervous, because I'm what's it there for, I guess, other than to be spent and then to come home and have no more money. But still very, very excited. As fate would have it, because I do think that fate and luck are kind of interchangeable, I go to pick up my brother from his friend's house one day, and he's not out there waiting for me. Of course he isn't, because why would he be? And so I pull into the driveway, and I'm kind of just parked at the end of my brother's friend's parents' house, waiting. I see the garage door open. I assume it's my brother coming up, and then I see that that one of the cars is backing out. So I'm just sitting there, watching. And I'm just kind of watching this car back up, and I'm I think he sees me. I'm pretty sure, because my car is here and it's kind of sizable. And I thought I kind of flagged him down. And I'm and then the car kind of starts veering away. I'm okay, good, he sees me. But then it just slowly, but then incredibly fast, just starts creeping back to the point where it just like absolutely just takes my car, like totally sideswipes it from like the front bumper to like the back tire on the driver's side. Like my driver's side rear view mirror is like totally knocked off. And this person, I have a sort of old, crappier car, and they have a very, very nice, expensive car. And the whole side, no super big damage, everyone was fine, you know, nothing like that, but just, you know, icing on the cake for me, because I'm thinking, oh geez, I am now I get to pay to fix my car, which isn't in the best condition. Anyway, weeks go by, we're exchanging insurance information, everything. Somebody comes out and like inspects the car. Like, my car is still running, like I'm driving it every day. It's got like scuff marks on it, but if you look at my car, that's probably the least of anyone's concerns. Just hanging out. And then one day, you know, the insurance says, okay, well, we deemed it was, you know, so-and-so's fault, not yours, and we'll be sending a check for the estimate of damages. And I got a check in the mail and almost passed out because it was definitely going to pay for my plane ticket. And then come to find out, after we had this absolutely wonderful trip, and I actually like crunched the numbers, the amount that the check was for my car to get it fixed was like the exact amount that I spent between getting the plane ticket, hotels, food and fun, getting chased by you know, reckless youths. And so that was just something where, of course, so lucky to first be going on this trip with two of my best friends, unlucky that, you know, things were breaking or seemed to be breaking down, and then lucky again when essentially, just by me not fixing my car, because, you know, I wasn't going to do that, I was able to go on this amazing trip and have this absolutely wonderful time filled with stories and memories that are going to last forever. So, good and bad luck, guys.